Young pilot, again, his sister and younger brother, older sister, younger brother, competing in Formula Drift Pro Spec. Here we go, our first battle. Let's go. James the Machine Dean and Brandon Sorensen. James Dean initiates high end of the bank. Brandon Sorensen tucks right in, right out of the gate. James Dean, you can see a little correction with that wheel, that right-hand drive Mustang. Look at Brandon Sorensen, right in that cockpit, exploding that back bumper off. Coming to that second outside zone to the power alley, the power boulevard, into that third outside zone. Brandon Sorensen has to dive back just a little bit. Now he's going to tuck in on this last outside zone, try to establish some dominance. And James, I mean, just textbook. He likes this track. Unarguably the best drifter in the world. I mean, just between the championships for the Middle East, obviously his home country, Europe, Drift Masters, and here in FD. I mean, just an absolute weapon and just an all-around nice guy. Brandon Sorensen initiates, James Dean tucks in, would like to see him tuck back a little bit there, but look at the proximity! James the Machine Dean right there on the door of the BMW, both of them doing very similar tasks. Brandon Sorensen really exceeding that track line, and James Dean now tucks in. Sorensen, really good execution and placement on that third as James gives him a little hate tap, not a love tap. You hate to see it, but you love to see it at the same time. Crossing that finish line, it's up on that wall, so slide him left for James the Machine Dean. Daigo Saito was not allowed within the country, so Masayama got the call. Come on over, send it, and send it he did. Here he is, find himself in the 16 against Novak, and Masayama crawling out of that start chicane, initiating. Novak tucks in, and here we are. Red and blue, baby. Red pillar, Opal, what do you got? In the matrix, coming into that power alley, Novak, not giving him an inch. Now transitioning in outside zone 3, some wavering as Masayama navigates past it in clip. Good transition, look at that flick. Drops it on in, small little correction. He comes a little unwound, but not a big deal.
The entire difference between having an incredible run or packing on the trailer much early, but we're swapping around and coming out of the box and see.
Here we go, let's send it. Here we go, Nick Novak in the lead position. Arturo Masayama, you can see Novak right in, he backs it up to that wall. Big angle, throw some more angle at it. Like you see a good fluid transition into the third. There he goes, Masayama dialing it back a little bit, but then lunges right there. Masayama now transition that last outside zone. Two very different approaches. You saw Masayama temper it back. Two different approaches. Let's take a look. Who is it going to favor? And it looks like Masayama gets 1 vote, 2 votes, and Wataru Masayama from Japan. And, you know, keep in mind, you're just going to push harder and harder, so, you know, street knowledge, baby. Here we go. Dylan Hughes against another Irishman, Connor Shanahan. Dylan Hughes, that royal purple BMW, flicks it in, initiates hard. And Connor Shanahan, ooh, he has to drop back a little bit there, risk it for the biscuit, and he is shimmying back there, but rock solid. Dylan Hughes into that power alley. He knows his track probably better than anybody in the 16. Now coming through, let's see how he handles that inside clip, no problem. And into that last outside zone, Shanahan does find himself at the side of Hughes. Now keep in mind, if you're just joining us against one of those drivers, Shanahan or Dylan Hughes, Adam LZ will lead, currently third in points. He's got a real championship run here, but he's going to need James Dean to make some mistakes. There goes Adam LZ, locked and loaded. Look at the car, minimal wavering. Again, that chase position, Tommy Lemaire, and there it is. So talking about that slickness, you wonder if Adam LZ and his spotter are taking notes. Absolute great execution, very dynamic into the second and the third. He backs it in and then just flicks it around. Great transition for both the drivers. Tommy, I'll tell you what, in that chase position, he timed that really, because there he goes, you know, Dylan Hughes on the first battle in the chase. Now he's going to lead. He's going to try to force an error, obviously under his own accord, but really wants to put down a strong lead run. Back to the battle of Tommy Lemaire and Adam LZ. Tommy Lemaire gapping Adam LZ. This might be strategy, but man, Tommy is just pulling away in that Corvette. Now coming down into the power alley. Oh, he is definitely exceeding the line. Very similar to what we saw of Brandon. Oh, he comes unwound a little bit there in outside zone 3. So he definitely overcooked it going in the power alley and then has to transition. So some mistakes there from Tommy. Look, they're barely going to look at it because I assume, and yeah, there it is. Adam LZ gets 1 and 2 and 3. LZ advances on your trading card.
Yeah, should be.
Here we go. Connor Shanahan, Dylan Hughes. Here we go back to the second half of this battle. Connor Shanahan, again, that back. That was weird. Okay, Dylan, look at Dylan, little checkup. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, literally, as Shanahan goes now into that power alley. Dylan Hughes, he knows his course, like I said, he tucks in And now Shanahan into that third outside zone. Now coming in to that inside clip. I'm just still baffled by that start. To see smoke on initiation is never a good thing. So you want to go far, do it yourself. You want to go further, do it with your friends. And even though they're competitors, they want to go far. Drifting.